This should be interesting. See if this microphone picks up speech. Let's undo the umbilical from a microphone inside a bandana. And we're off to Barcombe Mill for a beer and a spliff. Oh, but what about social distancing? What about self-isolation? Well, if it's good enough for Cummins, it's good enough for everyone else, so go fuck yourselves. That was aimed at the Tories. Who we all hate. So what bollocks can we talk about? Can I talk about and you listen to? Well, if you're listening, it's only because you want to. Nobody's forcing you. So, what shall I talk about? What crap and bollocks? Oh yeah, that was something that came up on the video. Some guy was talking about his channel and how it will never be monetized. He makes sure, as he said, he makes sure all that shit's turned off. Because he said it's not about the money, it's about community and people with like-minded interests having fun together, even if that fun is shared through a PC monitor or a telephone screen. And I'm up with that. I get exactly where he's coming from with that, which leads me on to talk about how the ones that very clearly are doing it for no other reason than money. I mean, that's probably not absolutely fair. I'm sure some of them started off doing it just for fun. And then it just got bigger and bigger. And then the money started rolling in off the YouTube monetization shit. But then they choose to go Patreon. Now that is money grubbing as far as I'm concerned. Oh wow. She was nice. She was beautiful. So yeah, if you're making money off of YouTube, then you can say that that's kind of accidental, even though you can choose to turn off the monetization. Now, let's say that you never started it with the intention of making money, and then suddenly you find you're getting monetization revenue. Oh, I haven't turned my fucking drift on. Full retard. Yeah, you can say that that was accidental, and I kind of get why they don't turn off the monetization, is because there are some costs involved in doing this kind of shizzle. Yeah, that's recording. I'm glad I remembered that. There's lots of costs. So yeah, for the sake of a few adverts that you just click, skip the ad, you only have to suffer it for 5 seconds, once or twice, depending on the video. So don't begrudge them that. When they go Patreon, then you know they're whoring the dollar. They're looking to make a lifestyle from it, to obtain a lifestyle from it, a millionaire lifestyle in some cases. And that's at the point where I hear them talking about my subscribers, and it's all about you, and it's all about the community, and blah blah blah. And I think, stop talking shit, mate. You're clearly now in it for a buck. And then you see some of the stuff they're giving away. Oh, there's a guy called Blockhead. He's very entertaining. I just like the way he comes across. But he's also very insincere, very, no, shallow's the right word. But he gives it all that community and my subscribers and it's all about you bullshit on a regular basis. but he's making enough money from his monetization and his Patreon and his freebies and his sponsorship deals that he's been able to give away a free Harley Davidson motorcycle once a season. Well, I guess that equates to once a year. If you can give away a $20,000 Harley Davidson, then you're clearly making some good dollar, because he ain't going to strap himself for cash to do that. Those free Harley Davidsons are coming out of the cream of what he's making. So yeah, he's doing nicely for himself, and I don't have a massively big problem with people giving him money, because that's personal choice. If somebody decides that a YouTuber is entertaining enough to them to be worth paying a monthly stipend to, whatever it may be, $5 or whatever, then that's their personal choice, and good luck to them, and lucky for the guy that's getting the money. But no, I don't begrudge him it. All I'm saying is, can the saccharine bullshit. It's all about my subscribers, it's all about you guys, thank you so much for your support and blah blah blah. Why don't you just say to them, thank you for finding me entertaining enough that you're happy to help me live this very, very fat life of O'Reilly, for doing little more than making videos of me having fun. There you go. It's not hard, is it? I can't see myself ever doing a Patreon thing. Just something about it sticks in my craw. But on the other side of that is, I think, well, if I'm entertaining people and they want to give me money, who am I to say no? Having said that, reality check, only 1 in 1,000 YouTubers manage to gain traction. And I do not for 1 second think I'm going to be one of them. This is purely for my entertainment and the entertainment of those who find me entertaining. And I ain't expecting anyone to pay for it. If I manage to make a few quid out of YouTube monetisation some way down the road, then yeah, okay. I'll grab a few shekels. I'll take a few shekels, I won't be grabbing them. I bet nobody is going to hear a fucking word of this, because I can barely hear myself talking. Fuck me, what a racket. I've got the open face helmet on. I must have mentioned that already. So I've got the mic hidden behind a balaclava. Not a balaclava, sorry, a bandana wrapped around my face. So it's got a little foam sock on it, on the microphone itself, and then it's got 2 layers of medium thickness tight weave cotton. It's kind of that soft thick shimar, those Arab face masks, head masks, you know the things. So it's quite substantial, 2 layers of cotton, so that's all that's insulating the microphone from the wind rush. It might have been an idea to have turned the wind filter on, but I forgot. Oh well. But what you will get on my channel, you tiny handful of people who watch it, is no censorship, as in shit, fuck, cunt, motherfucker. Beep, beep, beep. You won't get any of that restricted unless I'm doing it for the laughs. I do like the beep sound of a censor. You know what, sometimes that beep sound actually cuts through stronger than the swear word itself. So I do like to make the occasional use of it. But it ain't for any kind of monetisation and shit, because you have to have 100,000 subscribers now to be monetised. And I'll be dead before that happens. So anyway, you'll get the full juicy language as and when appropriate. You won't get any arse sucking, arse kissing to manufacturers and producers and retailers. Anything you hear me giving an opinion on will be something that I've bought directly myself, and I'm just giving my honest opinion on it. So there won't be any sucking up for freebies. And I speak as I find. You probably gathered that anyway by now. I have no reason to give any fucks to anyone. I don't give a fuck about YouTube, I don't give a fuck about their monetisation, whether they don't want to give it to me at some point because I swear too much. I don't give a fuck about producers, manufacturers, brands. I'm not a special snowflake. I don't give a fuck about offending people. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything that's going to get me actually banned from YouTube, because that'd be cutting off my own nose to spite my face. So I ain't going to do that. Not that there's anything I can think of that I'd be able to say it about. So I'm not a bigot, I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm not religiously inclined in any way. I've got a few bees in my bonnets about political stuff, which I can't ever see myself boring you with, because it's boring and who gives a shit. My solution to all that is to leave the country, which I will be doing ASAP. Bye! So yeah, the channel will be what the channel will be. Authentic, that's the word. No glitz, no polish, no bullshit, no bollocks. Just an average, well, can't say I'm an average biker. I'm a bit of a hooligan, I'll admit that. Some people will say I'm very irresponsible. I'm going to stop watching them. But yeah, say an average biker, talking shit about shit while riding the bike sometimes. There'll be some static stuff, because those little session conversations can be quite amusing sometimes. I'm going to be so gutted if none of this is recorded properly. Anyway, that's the blather about that. So I guess having said that, I can turn this camera off for the rest of the journey. And then turn it on when I get to the gas station shortly before getting to Barcombe Mill. So, bye!
We're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.